people say to me, how did you get Chemosh, or Chemosh, that God, who is the God, and his name, Chemosh, means violence, or murder. That's what it means, violence and murder. That's what Chemosh means. That Ammonite God was in the land that the Israel people were supposed to. So how we come to that, because that's his name. Now realise this, the Canaanites and all the other ites in there, that's where the Arab world came from. And how do we know that? Because he's a descendant of Ishmael. Now we're getting somewhere. Because the demigods, the half-giants and humans, were right through to that time, and their last appearance was going to be with David, when they were David confronted them. But before then, they were in the Promised Land. Now get this, they were in the Promised Land because Ishmael was the son of Abraham, but he was not the planned son that God had. Ishmael was a work by the hand of man. When God came to Abraham, when he thought he couldn't have children, when he was, is impotent, but he believed in God in faith, and his wife Sarah, he said, I will give you a child of promise. That, of course, was Isaac. But you know what happened? They got impatient. They didn't believe the promise was coming quick enough. They just, we do it. We just lapse. You go off guard. We get pulled away, and you know what? We open up and we make a decision that's going to produce a bugbear, a thorn in the side forever in Ishmael. Now, Ishmael came out of the Hagar, who was the maidservant, who was, of course, a Ammonite. There you go. Now you get in it. So Ishmael was actually still a son of Abraham, but remember the story was that Isaac was the promised son, Ishmael, and then Sarah said, get rid of this boy here. He's not from the promised womb of Sarah. He's from the Arab tribes, and he can't stay with Isaac because that is the promised one. That is natural or spiritual Israel. We're from the Isaac line. We're actually spiritual Israel.